guys, welcome back to CountyLine Farming. Today is August 12th. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Getting my second load of sedan grass for the day. Let it dry out this morning a little bit extra just to keep it, get it dried out. Mowed this stuff about 5 days ago. It was roughly 9 to 10 foot tall, so a very thick crop. It's been planted for around 45 days. We're going to take another cutting off after this one. We are running our 3 H&S wagons on John Deere 30 and 40 series tractors, and my dad is running our Claas 820 chopper in front of us. I got a wagon behind me. It's empty. My uncle's at the bagger unloading. We are up at the second heifer farm at this farm, and we're chopping the feed and taking it up by the silos, or the silo, and putting it in a 10-foot ag bag. So let's get right into the video. So this field that we're doing today is only 17 acres, so just a couple hours and we'll be done here. Probably 2 or 3 hours. Won't take us very long at all, since we have 4 people. But we can't even make one pass in the field, so it's making a lot of tons. I dissed this field twice, column mulched it twice, planted it planted this field the middle of June, so it's almost been 2 months since it's been planted. Not quite, but had some nice rains the last 2 weeks, so it finally started growing. There for a while it looked pretty pathetic, I guess you could say. So the ground's just a little bit spongy, but nothing bad at all for being nice and loose dirt when I planted it. So I'm back at the bagger now, putting in my second load. As you can see, we just started the bag back there. Just got a couple loads in here. Filling them pretty full since we're nice and close. We can't keep up quite, but it's going through pretty good. Sedan grass tends to slide through a lot easier than hay silage does. Got the John Deere 4430 number 3 on the ag bagger. It's mainly all that tractor does. You can see the silo over there that we keep the corn silage in. Then the mixer's right beside it. There's a skid loader that we keep up here. Just opened up that bag right there. So just started feeding feed that we made in 2024 today, and it's August 15th. So all this feed has sat here for almost 2.5 months of ferment before we even touched any of it, which is good to have some carryover if you ever have a dry year where you can't get as much feed made, so that's nice.
Still the front of the wagon, I'm full back here, Stan.
So, but yeah. So we ended up filling up that shorter bag that was on the bagger when we brought the bagger up to this farm. So switched the bag and put another 300 footer on. And then we will use the first 40 foot of that bag. Just about done with this field here. It'll have about 7 to 8 loads in the new bag. Just some shorter runs we can do here. So you can see we just started another one. The bag that we were just doing is on the other side of this here short one. So moisture is pretty good. A little on the dry side, which is kind of what we want up here. So a little wet where we were bagging, so we had to pull the bagger over because it got slid into the other bag, and well, that's the joys of making feed up there. So 3:30 now. We got 3 more loads and we'll be done. Hi guys, welcome back to CountyLine Farming. Today we will be chopping corn with our Claas 820 chopper with a 6-row head. Got some nice looking corn here in this field, and we got 3 tractors and wagons running at the moment, so that's nice to have enough help here for a couple hours anyways. Chopping right here beside the bagger so we can also keep up. So let's get right into the video. So like I said, today is September 11th. Haven't filmed a whole lot here in the last month or so. We're about halfway done with corn silage, and we still got another cutting of hay to do, but we're here chopping some corn, and I'm Dad is running the chopper. I'm in the John Deere 4440. In between wagons here. Driving in B1 and 2. Chopping right here behind our house tonight. So this is some of the better corn. This isn't the best spot in the field, but it's a little bit on the dry side. The corn we're chopping today is a multi-purpose corn. It's a bit of a longer day season corn. This field has been planted and growing for 4 full months, and it's just got mature the last week or so. So did some no-till corn that had dried up and kind of ran out of moisture there last week. Gonna finish this bag and then we're gonna
get them other rows, Jeff, on the right.
Alright. And then after we finish this bag, hopefully tomorrow, we will then switch over to third cutting alfalfa. So it is September 12th now, next day. Last night we chopped some more after chores there, probably another 10 or 15 loads. And then did the last 5 loads here this morning. That's what my uncle and dad worked on today. Did a couple other odd things. And we just got the bag switched over. It is now about 3:30. We're finishing up the last probably 4 loads out in that field. Start this bag here tonight, and then we're gonna keep on going on corn over the weekend. Here is the plan. So there's a 250-foot corn bag right here that we just finished up. So we just put a 300 by 10 foot on that's going right over here, and then after that we just got probably 1 or 2 more bags after that. Most of that should be hay then. So we're gonna chop that field, and then we got 3 more after that, so let's get into it. We've got the one and only 4440. So we are unloading into the next bag here, chopping the last field of corn here at the home farm. It was double cropped after triticale, so it's got a bit of a longer season corn anyways, so it's got a good bit of moisture left. There's the corn size we have left from last year right there, so we got a decent bit left. This bag's gonna go all the way down to the end of that second one there. So when we get done with this, then we're gonna take the bagger back over to where we're usually bagging. So it is now about 8 o'clock after chores here. Just getting back from chopping corn. It's just Mom and Dad and myself chopping right now. Chopping at the back of the farm some corn that's only about 4 or 5 foot tall. Some later no-till stuff that didn't get some very much moisture. So I unload them, and my mom drives beside the chopper typically, and we'll switch at some point. So I'm in the 4440. And then we have the other 2 tractors also in the wagon, and just try to keep Dad moving there in the field. A little after 11 o'clock, just got the last load for the night put away into the bag. Already got the tractors fueled up for tomorrow, for whenever they get started tomorrow morning. And yeah. We got things around for tomorrow already. We've got about 125 foot of bag done already here. Maybe a tick less, but not too bad of a night. So got that field back here done. So now all the corn silage is across the road. So nothing went wrong. Let's get into tomorrow.
Aren't you home? Swearing that you'll last someday further down the road. You can always put a diamond on her head till you can't.
So it is the next day here again, September 13th. Shopping catty corner from the home farm, right on the other side of the intersection. It's probably a half mile from here. So three of us can keep up pretty simple now that I'm back from school. It is now, it's already 2:30, so unloading my third load now. So this stuff's actually got a good bit of moisture left in it. It'd be perfect for a bunker. Just a tick on the wet side, probably 67–68% moisture, somewhere in there roughly, I would say. So nice and green stuff yet, pretty consistent compared to the field we were in last night. So Justin and my uncle's helping here today right now. As you can see, we've almost got 200 foot done. Another hour will be 2/3 of the way done with this bag. This bag's going right down to the end of that one roughly, so should be able to get this bag done here tonight. If not, first thing in the morning. Depends on how late we run. It won't all fit in this bag. We'll have to start another one, which is fine. But yeah. So we're just finishing up this small triangular cornfield here. Quite a bit shorter corn that we're chopping, but still pretty decent stuff. We'll go ahead and open up the next one here, probably my next load. They'll be done with this field, and we'll start in on that one here. Combining beans right over there. So today is August 20th. It's about 2 p.m. right now, Friday afternoon. Started combining soybeans last night. Just putting the first few loads in here. So he's combining about a quarter mile away from the bin here, right out in front of the sheds. So putting the beans in the bin for about 2 or 3 weeks until we get started on corn, just to hold them until they get hauled away. Field is right there. As you can see, the chopper and bagger. Silage equipment's at a standstill. Got done with corn silage earlier this week, and we're gonna do third cutting alfalfa, hay, and grass probably next week. Well, it probably, hopefully, gets a little bit of rain here next week. Just put the John Deere 4000 on the auger, since the 4430 that typically does the PTO work around here. Still up on the blower at the other farm, and it's going to be going back on the bagger here first of the week most likely. So just stuck that tractor on there. Got a 4240 running the wagon since we're close. Got a 4430 we'll stick on the other one when we get farther away. typically running the 4440 on it, but got to put that on my spreader since the 4630 has transmission problems. So it's kind of a domino effect, and therefore you got a little bit different tractor on the auger. Got some corn silage we need to move here next once we get this empty for Dad so he can keep going. Beans are doing decent so far. I'll get you more details on that throughout harvest, but just early on right now. So I just checked my book. I write down how many acres gets covered with my grain drill, and 315 acres got planted this spring of soybeans. And we did not have any replant, I don't believe, this year. Well, I'll take that back. We had about 2 or 3 acres of replant, I think, so it wasn't too bad. But so that number's pretty darn accurate then. So got that wagon empty. We're gonna get in the mixer tractor, 4030 and Pat's 420 mixer. This job gets done every other day, usually every day and a half. Depends how much silage I bring down. Take it up to the corn silage bag and bring down corn silage for the next 3 feedings. We'll dump the corn silage right there. Nice spot for it, close to the mixer. There you can see there's just a little bit left over. So I've got the tractor and mixer here staged, ready to get loaded up. Cut the plastic the last time I fed out of here. Had a little bit of carryover just because the way I cut the plastic, but still cold, so it should be fine. I'll get it down so it's nice and straight again here after I load this batch. I haven't shown you guys this since it was over here on this other bag. Since then, we've already made this whole 300-foot bag. I filmed this down at the end of this old bag. That was back in the summer. Started this bag down there probably a month ago, and we've probably got another month and a half until we get into corn silage from this year. As you can see, extremely, and I mean extremely dry. I don't ever remember it being this dry this time of year. Last year it was rain every week, trying to get in and out of the field like it usually is in the fall. This year has been not like a drought dry, but I mean it's right there. We haven't had, I don't think we've had more than an inch of rain in probably well over a month. So this is powdery just because we drive over it, but all the other ground's hard. So there hasn't been any wheat planted around here. Usually about a week ago guys start planting wheat week of the fair, but there's no moisture, so nothing's gonna grow. A lot of hay seedings are not looking so hot, especially ours. It's about half there, half not. So also, whenever I get home from school and before I go to bed, I always push up the feed. So that gets done twice a day. So it's probably 2:30, 3 now. I'll go get that done before cattle get fed. And then I'll probably do it again 10 or 10:30 tonight. Typically just use my skid loader up there to move corn silage since it's already halfway up there, and then I'll go push up feed while I'm up that way. Another thing we need to do tonight is empty the pit there. I got Justin that scrapes for me. He's got that pit full. We also need to get up to the other second heifer farm, and hopefully I can get that done there tonight also. This is next to get washed. Hopefully tomorrow. It's not going to get done today, but we'll take this up there and get loaded up. So we got this next load out here. Still some really nice corn silage from last year. There's just a tickle bit of mold up here on the top, as you can see, just on the top layer. But that's minor. It blends in and doesn't really amount to much since 99% of it's perfectly fine. Got the bag nice and cleaned up since it's level. When it's level, even when it's on dirt, it's a lot easier when the ground's level or the cement to dig out of the bag here. This surface will be here for 36 hours, so you want to kind of leave it relatively nice so feed stays good. That's still there. We got enough for 3 mixings, 3 feedings, I guess. 6 batches of feed is about 9,000. If we want enough for 2 days, we need to get about 12,000 pounds. So yeah, we're gonna leave this skid loader up here. Because hopefully once I get done hauling the more liquidy manure and Dad gets done feeding, I can scrape and bed this big barn up here. That way I don't need that skid loader until then. That way I'm not taking it back and forth. It's already up here. So another 2 weeks of moving feed, and then we'll just let Dad get into it because it'll be close enough to the bag. It won't make sense for me to spend 15, 20 minutes a day doing this. So yeah. So Dad just called me when I was unloading this corn silage. He's ready to switch fields, so I got to get this 4050 and go hook it up to the header cart so we can take this header up to the mountain and keep the combine moving. Got Dad up there with the combine. I took the header and tractor, and my mom just brought me back. I'm going to take the tractor and the one gravity wagon up there so he can work on filling this. Since the beans aren't yielding anything too special, he should be able to get this and this combine full here tonight, and that'll be about all he gets done most likely. By the time he gets moved there, and he'll be done with that little field on the side of the hill, so it'll be about 5 o'clock by the time I get done moving this up there. And then I'll come back here. I got a load of manure loaded, so I can haul that here, and then I'm going to take the tractor and spreader up to the other farm, feed the cattle up there, and then start hauling manure, and hopefully get that done. At least that pit up there cleaned out tonight, so I don't have to worry about doing that for a little bit. Usually got to clean that pit out about every month if you want to haul all the manure and not have it go into the lagoon. load of sawdust up here in the big barn. Put 4 loads of sawdust in about every 6 days, give or take, up here. 2 loads on each side. As you just seen, I was loading the last one there, and unloaded the last load of soybeans from the night that Dad brought back with him. Before chores, I did end up getting all that manure up there at the second heifer farm cleaned out. That's what I did between 06 and 8:30, I think. Also fed up there. But we're gonna get this last load put in, and then I will push up the feed and go on in for the night. Getting all this done tonight because I have a soccer game tomorrow morning, so I'm not going to be doing any work until tomorrow afternoon here on the farm. I would like to thank all of you for watching today's video. I had a lot going on in the video, spanned through about 2 months of time, but you guys stuck along with me, and hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.